We'll see. All right. It says it's going, but obviously we're gonna have to test this out. So I'm gonna send the link to Devin, and then okay. Let's see. If he could hear you. Oh man. So I'm not going live on this URL, but let's see, YouTube Studio. Oh, I just go to OBS and just copy and paste the. I'll just do the stream link. There you go. Is that Hall of Notes? Mm-hmm. Trying to find out. Let's see. Should be DJCastle. Really? Cool. Can you hear yourself? All right. So what is the screen showing? Is it just me? Okay. There's a little delay. All right. So I guess no one's gonna hear you. So that's cool. Okay, we got like 15 minutes. Let's just do it. If you could send this link to Devin so that we can have more eyes on the stream. Um, Devin, Rat Boy, Beard Man. Can I say Beard Man Light? So he would be like a successor to you, right? All right. It's not disrespectful. It's just history. You're so lucky he can't hear you. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, so I was reading, and it seems like a lot of Mac users have issues with desktop audio in OBS. So I have to do a bunch of third party installing crap. So we'll figure it out next time, guys. Stay tuned for those watching. I'm gonna relay your thoughts through this portal, and then we'll do that, like interpretive dance or something, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Bandana said that we're gonna start off with dream characters, pie in the sky type stuff, right? So I mean, my pie in the skies are already in the game. So I'm gonna probably mention another one. It's definitely the Resident Evil series. Banjo, Banjo and Sonic happened a long time ago. Yeah, Banjo being in there, I'm kind of, if the fighter pass didn't exist after Banjo, I could have died happy, right? Um, but seeing that this thing is still going, you would have been sad. Oh, yeah, if I died, it would be. I guess it'd be sad. Maybe some people would. Maybe some people wouldn't like. For those of you watching or will watch, Bandana is expressing his his appreciation of me. So your main, I'd be your main. I don't think any of it does. No. Yeah. So Resident Evil, my favorite Resident Evil is Resident Evil 4, and I would love to have Leon. He hasn't properly been in a fighting game in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Project X Zone 2 counts as a fighting game. It's more of like a role playing fighting thing. But Jill, Chris, and Wesker and Nemesis. Um, right. So no Leon. Um, I think that it would be cool to have survival horror, another flagship Capcom, um, in there, another flagship Capcom uh, franchise. Um, and obviously they've done mature with Bayonetta and Snake, so the content isn't an issue. And I think that I would just like to see him, and if maybe we could kind of do like a hero situation where we can just kind of like create a very rudimentary move set so that it can accommodate multiple Resident Evil characters, like maybe Jill or Claire or Chris. Um, but if not, I would definitely settle with Leon. I would love Leon. Leon is he's definitely my next pie in the sky type thing. I know for many it's like Crash or Master Chief, but you give me Leon and I'm great, man. I'm totally cool. So yeah. hmm I'm just gonna catch everybody up to speed. So, uh, Bandana said that his pie in the sky has already been included in the game as well, which is Cloud. Um, and so, going forward, what would be your next one in line? Crash, yeah. Hmm. So Crash, do you feel like Crash is more deeply rooted in the Sony persona than Cloud was or is? Yeah. Okay, so Crash is definitely more like Crash's vertebrae is definitely more cemented in Sony's, like has it more of a spirit within Sony. Okay. Um I think definitely Crash is a possibility. I would say more Crash than and less of Spyro if it came down to those two third parties in those areas. Yep. Which I really want to play actually. It looks a lot of fun. Um okay, so Leon from Resident Evil and Crash Bandicoot. I'm gonna probably throw some low hanging fruit here. Just the stuff that's been announced recently and kind of brought to light, like within. Yeah, I mean we can kind of make these kind of short and sweet so that I can kind of throw your stuff out there as well. But I'm just gonna kind of say with TGS and some of the hype with Breath of the Wild, Age of Calamity. First of all, it's a Koei Tecmo collaboration with Nintendo yet again. We haven't had any. Koei Tecmo is a it's definitely a very prominent studio, um, and it under its umbrella you have stuff like Ninja Gaiden and Dynasty Warriors, and the formula of the Warriors genre. And they've worked with Nintendo. Well, this will be the third time, so it's not crazy to say that in order to maybe drum up hype for Breath of the Wild 2 and also Age of Calamity, if you introduce something like Impa or Champions, I know you were talking about Champions whenever Age of Calamity was announced a couple weeks ago. I agree with you. Champions would be really cool. Maybe if they can find a way to like integrate all four of them, and if not, my pick is Urbosa, which is yours. It's Daruk, the Goron, or Impa. She's female, and Smash could always use more female characters. I'd say she's. I think Sakurai is like a ninja fiend. He loves ninja orientated characters because Ninjara was gonna make it in before Min Min in Arms as an arms rep. So Impa has all of the above. She's female. She's a ninja. She's got like the Yiga clan and also like Sheikah arts as well. So yeah, yeah, her Ocarina of Time was like a. She seemed more like a taller, slim, like wiser character, more like the silent type, I would say. But yeah, Nintendo definitely kind of created or knows how to create characters that are appealing, and I think they kind of created another waifu to that people can kind of gravitate towards. So I'm gonna say, you know, a Breath of the Wild rep, Pokemon, with some news. Was it today or yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. You know, we could. The tale of the tape says, you know, you kind of pick Pokemon tend to be like very iconic ones, and I think that starters, in my opinion, have run its course. It seems like the legendary Urshifu could, you know, it's a fighting water type. It's a fighting water normal type. There's like two versions of it or something, or two styles of fighting, and it seems like that would be obviously right on the nose, maybe a little bit too on the nose for both Pokemon and Zelda. Um, so what I'm trying to say is I would definitely like to be surprised. I'm expecting characters like this. I'm expecting Pokemon or or Age of Calamity, Breath of the Wild rep, or even Monster Hunter. It was announced a couple weeks ago. It's a Monster Hunter title that was rumored for a long time, and it's exclusive on the Switch. So obviously Nintendo would be doubling down on that in some fashion to be like, not only can we promote this Nintendo game, but we promote a Monster Hunter um, title that's under the Nintendo umbrella. So those are the first three obvious choices. Do you have some low hanging fruit that you're kind of like, okay, so shocked if it's not a champion? You're really expecting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chun Li. Yeah, definitely. That would. I actually. I didn't believe the Grinch leak a couple of years ago because I did believe it initially, but then I didn't want to believe the box leak. Sorry, the box leak is where it infamously said that Ken and Incineroar were the last two of the base roster. And I don't want to believe that. I wanted to believe the Grinch leak because it had more characters, had Banjo in it. And the Ken, I kind of scoffed at. I love Ken. Ken's great. But I scoffed at it because I was like, if we get another Street Fighter rep, I'd want it to be Cammy or Chun Li. You know, give us a badass female character to kind of like contrast Ryu. Um, so yeah, Chun Li would be great. I mean, you could put five more Capcom franchises. You can do Phoenix, right? You could do Don. You can do Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, another Mega Man rep. I mean, I secretly sometimes wish that we had multiple seasons to Smash, but you know, ideally, probably not a good idea if we want Sakurai to kind of lay his head at night. But so so yeah, you're gonna go with a champion. Okay, the Goron is what you're kind of leaning towards. Yes. Okay, as opposed to a full fledged character. Yeah, yeah, yes. Oh, you like let's see, the third representative of sorry, Monster Hunter. No, what am I saying here? Dragon Quest 3 had the blue haired guy, right? And that's my favorite hero. That's of the four. I love his design. Um, okay, so okay, so Doom guy would be cool because it would be the first FPS representative, and it would be another Western character, iconic because Doom influenced a lot, and it's on everything really. Um, and Doom guy is definitely on my list, but probably more towards the bottom because there's just so much that I have up here. But definitely Doom guy. I would actually, I if it was Doom guy or Master Chief, I would actually do Doom guy. Something about him, he just has this like a like a feral animal or something that's just perfect for Smash. Yeah, um, that's it's iconic, man. Doom guy, and I'm probably gonna go back to some easy pickings. I had a list that I don't have on me, obviously. Um, so Xenoblade had a weird thing with the release of Smash. Like Rex and Pyra, I think were considered for from Xenoblade Two, Xenoblade Chronicles Two were considered, or they were in development for some time, and they were cut or something. I think it would be cool if they made it in. I would actually be really excited if it was Elma from Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U. Um, there could be some hype there maybe because maybe they'll port that game over to the Switch, um, and that can kind of drum up some hype as well. Um, tomorrow, not a lot of people know, but tomorrow is Monolith Soft's. I think it was its anniversary in some form, and they also developed Xenogears. And Cosmos, the main character from that series, was in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as a, I guess, one of the swords that you can, or weapons that you can acquire. And so Cosmos is kind of like their mascot. It's a little bit more obscure, but that argument doesn't hold anything when it comes to Smash, really, because you can be super obscure like Fire Emblem in 2001, obscure. Um, um, so, right. Yeah. I because I'm trying to get into not only Sakurai's Mind Frame, but maybe just Nintendo's because they picked these characters, and it's it's like were your showstoppers in Fighters Pass 1 and now it's just kind of cruising? Or do they acknowledge that there is probably the most hype that there has been so far? And are they just gonna double down in their in-house IPs, or are they gonna still go third party? Because whatever that is, that's gonna determine the hype level for the rest of the Fighter Pass, if you ask me. If we I'm guessing it probably did more than Fighter Pass 1. For the ones that have already bought it, I feel like a lot of people were already locked in for Fighters Pass 2 just based on what Fighters Pass 1 provided. It did fizzle out for some people with Byleth. I was indifferent just because I'm not the biggest Fire Emblem fan. I love the imagery and I like that Nintendo has a another tactical RPG title under its roof, but I'm not a fanatic. And so Byleth, I liked Byleth's inclusion. I actually predicted that a year before it released because just seeing how Fire Emblem's so big and Sakurai loves Fire Emblem and the characters. So I know that kind of fizzled out for some people towards the end, but and so maybe Nintendo has seen that and wants to drum up more hype, and that if you want to drum up more hype, that means you have to go outside of first party. And I mean, think of what so Namco Bandai is developing Smash currently. It's still in development. It's not a final game, right? So here's where I'm going with this. You have Street Fighter in Smash, and you have King of Fighters Fatal Fury representation. Those are two big fighting game legends. So in-house, Namco Bandai also develops Tekken. I thought you were like time out. So Tekken makes a lot of sense because Harada, the director of Tekken, is he rubs shoulders with Sakurai. They're in the same building, really. They probably talk shop. They probably talk to each other, and how iconic would it be to have Ryu Ken Terry fighting against Jin or Heihachi, and they have a Heihachi skin, but it's his young form skin. It's not old Heihachi. I I think that would be great, and they can incorporate some Tekken unique fighting techniques into the moveset, kind of like Terry's Go Meter, where after 100% he has his, he can do like Power Geyser or Buster Wolf. Um, Ryu and Ken were, I think they were, since Ryu was incorporated kind of like, in Smash 4, I don't think he really has a quite unique gimmick or mechanic like Terry does. So that's why Ken also follows very closely too. Ken actually has unique inputs compared to Ryu. He's a really hard character to get a grasp on in Smash, just because of there's a lot of he's a much more intricate character when it comes to inputs. I've tried playing him for a bit, and he's kind of hard to grasp. But so yeah, my point is a Tekken rep. If we get another Namco Bandai character, I could see that. I'm treating that more of like a second party, because if Nintendo doesn't want to quite reach third party, just go in house a little bit. Go to Namco Bandai. You already work with them. Tekken is probably the biggest it's ever been currently. And this is a Tekken 7 is I think it's already a 6-year old game. 2014, I think. So I think, right? Okay. So for its popularity, given its popularity for a 5-year-old game, I'm gonna say its chances of representation in Smash are pretty damn good. You're probably going towards like the like a Goku situation or green. We're talking Green Ranger, or so for those who can't hear Bandana, he just proposed Power Rangers representation in Smash. He's saying outside of video games, he either mentioned Goku or Power Rangers, which hey man, anything's possible. So no, I've seen gameplay. I know of the game, but I've never played it. Right. Okay, so I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up whoever's watching. But Bandana said I'm gonna hear him. I'm in Texas and he's in DC. So um, he's saying that I'm gonna hear his yell from Texas if these characters get included because then he's also promising me that in 2 years you'll see me at Evo main stage. I'm not laughing at you, man. I'm laughing with everybody here, just of how no one's laughing at you. It's a jolly idea of like, hey man, do your thing, because I stick by Banjo. He's my main, and I don't really care about tier lists, and I don't care because maybe because Banjo doesn't quite make it super far up. But I stick by him. I make him my playstyle, and I can envision that being similar with you if Power Rangers got in because you just want to play as him. You identify with the character a lot, just like I do with Banjo and other ones. But um, okay, cool, man. Is Ken in there? Yeah, cool. I had to mute myself for a second. A lot of dogs in this area here. Sorry about that. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so Ken's in the chat. Who else is in the chat? Do you know? Did I lose you? I don't think I can hear you now. Uh oh. Yes. Okay, so we got Rat Boy and we have and Ken. So okay. I think that's everything. Devin, I wanna mention some of the low hanging fruit that the boys have had in the chat. Like obviously Will really wants Gino, which I think he's a very valid contender. Um, Gino from from Super Mario RPG, the puppet one. Yeah, you can't hear him, but Bandana's super excited for Gino. Um, Devin mentioned Shantae would be cool, but his pick is Travis Touchdown, which Bandana is elated. I he's rolling his eyes right now, as you can see. So no, I'm just kidding. A Farfetch. Okay, so he doesn't dislike the idea of Travis in Smash, but he is Shantae's more realistic. And what's your reasoning? Well, no more heroes. So Bandana said that Shantae, kind of has like a representative persona amongst like indie titles, and history with like the Game Boy back in the '90s. And whereas Travis is more cult based, like No More Heroes didn't like quite, I don't think really sold gangbusters on the Wii, but does have quite the following. And um, my reasoning as to why Travis seems more plausible than most of the things I've said tonight is because No More Heroes 3, I think, is going to experience a Bayonetta situation where Bayonetta found extreme popularity once it came to a Nintendo console. And No More Heroes, I think it's time exclusive Nintendo, right? I think I well Travis Strikes Back is on other platforms. Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that No More Heroes 3 is also gonna. If not, if Nintendo locked that down as an exclusive, hey, go Nintendo. Nintendo exclusives are awesome. Shin Megami Tensei 5, I see you, man. Um, no More Heroes 3 is probably going to experience something like Bayonetta. Bayonetta found extreme popularity in once she arrived in Nintendo consoles, up to the point where I wanted her in Smash. I casted her as a ballot for the poll for Smash 4. She became a reality in Smash 4. I think that Travis Touchdown could find his own identity in Nintendo, and therefore can definitely land on his both of his feet into Smash. So um, I don't want to be overzealous or like um, be too hyped, because I'm trying to keep expectations in check, because I don't want to. I don't get disappointed like others anymore, because selfish. I'm jaded because the community can be very toxic, and I just hate the disappointment I hear from the community of like, my character, just disdain and lack of respect. And so in our community, man, toxicity is not good. But yeah, I think that we could either be floored tomorrow, like brain explode floored, or we could just be like, okay, a Pokemon as expected, awesome. I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna find out when I play the new expansion. So I'm gonna throw some more grassroots characters here. You know how like Piranha Plant was like the first DLC character, and everybody was like, what? But those characters always make sense in Smash because they're deep rooted in Nintendo. Like I could imagine Dry Bones, or I could imagine like a Paratroopa or something like that. I would like to see Birdo or Dixie Kong. Um, yes, yeah, she's been in two so far, so that's cool. I had a sticky note somewhere that it was something that I wrote 2 years ago. Of course, I had like Banjo and other heavy hitters. Oh, here we go. This comes in useful, so I'm gonna run through it real quick. So I had Bomberman. He's been immortalized as an assist trophy. Birdo. I had Waluigi in WarioWare style. So the style that Wario is in, WarioWare style, I envisioned that for Waluigi, which is such a unique, crazy take. The last one, yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, Waluigi could definitely be like the last one, kind of in a very troll joke way. Um let's see, Ice Climbers. I said this because I didn't know this was before the 2018 reveal in March. I had Crash. I had Travis Touchdown. Let's see, Captain Toad, Paper Mario, Banjo Kazooie, which awesome. They're in there. Solaire of Astora, from Dark Souls. Um, Paper Mario is a game that I played this year, Origami King, and that blew me away. Um, I think it's been like that since the Thousand Year Door days. So, just having him come in and represent another leg of Nintendo and Mario would be awesome. Again, it would be keeping it first party, and it would be, I think it would be very hype because the game is probably at its highest popularity currently. Um, Maybe the most divisive, but it's still a lot of popularity. And those are my 2 year old, 2.5 year old predictions. But I had some more written down, but I've mentioned a bunch today, and I mentioned everything Bandana had to say about that. We're not gonna know until tomorrow. My time will be 9 a.m. For most of you guys. It's CST 7 a.m. And for Bandana, it's gonna be a nice 10 a.m. So are you gonna do brunch or? For those of you that can't hear Bandana, he's doing his best like lispy Valley Girl mimosa. No, it's not your voice. No, you were doing the and the mimosa, and that's Bandana's gonna have mimosa and oatmeal pancakes and watch the little 3 minute video. Oh, that's how he said. He meant crepes. Sorry. Oh, this is a curse, man. No one can hear you scream. I'm the ventriloquist here. I can make Bandana say anything. I hate bandanas straight from his mouth. No one can hear you. You can curse if you want. I think it's just middle of the week. I'm tired, and bright lights staring at my face, and I'm just hyped. I kind of want to go to sleep early tonight to wake up and yeah. No one from work follows me here, so I'm confident in saying this, but I've successfully called off of work for a couple hours. For a couple hours, not the whole day. For I have recordings of the Grinch leak and stuff dating 2 years ago that I've got on the SD card. Actually, right here. Um, of me just being at a abandoned mall parking lot with Starbucks, and it's like 30 degrees out, and I'm just waiting for Banjo to drop for the Grinch leak, and it doesn't. You could see my face being like super like excited, like please don't let it just be Kennen and Cinnaror. And then Sakurai destroyed many people's dreams when he revealed that Shadow would be an assist trophy and not a character, and Isaac would be an assist trophy and not a character, and Banjo wasn't anywhere to be found. And talk about being demoralized. But where I was going with this is that I've done it before, and I'll do it again. I'll call off of work for a bit so that I can properly watch and soak in the directs. But we haven't had one in months, right? I think we're gonna have one before the year ends. I really truly think so. Oof. Okay. So Bandana's saying that we're, just don't hold your breath for a Nintendo Direct, pretty much. Okay, maybe an indie world or a partner showcase or something. Okay. Um, I'm gonna say a big direct before the year's over, but you know what I didn't mention, and I was really thinking about if Atlas gave us another rep for Smash, like a Shin Megami Tensei rep. Yeah. Bedena says that if we get another Atlas rep, he would like it to be in the form of snowboarding kids rep, which is cool. But if we're going that far back, if we get a snowboarding rep before we get a wave racer rep, um, we didn't get James Bond 20 years ago, but we're gonna get Tony Hawk. Hey, it's selling great. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater selling great. So, um, he's in my Kohl's department stores, and he's also in Smash. So, I'm just gonna wrap it up, man. I'm probably missing a good chunk of players that I or characters that I would like to see. Um, but I'm throwing some obvious ones and some pie in the skies as well. Um, you know, you and I can easily come back tomorrow night and be like, whoa, um, I'll just be a ventriloquist and have a bandana gamer puppet and then just mock you. We both have facial hair, so that would work. Right. That's the differentiating factor is the fact that I don't have a bandana. That's the only way people can tell us apart. But um all right, man. Well, thanks for joining, but in a very distant way. No sound from you. Yeah. Everyone, he's expressing his deep love for me. Um be sure to check out Bandana Gamer at just I guess just search Bandana Gamer, and I think it's probably the first thing that comes up, right? If it's not the first, it's the best. So, and I agree with that. Check him out. He's got really cool unboxing videos, and just like talking shop. I watched the other one that you had the other day where I think you had a Wii U unboxing. Not a Wii U system, but a Wii U game. Shakedown Hawaii. So check it out. And everybody who either was in the chat or watches this tomorrow or tonight after it's uploaded, join us in. Hype levels are great. They're really high right now, over 9,000 maybe. But make sure to check out Smash News tomorrow, and come back if you want to know about Smash hype and Nintendo news or just video games in general. But thanks for checking us out. And I think with that, we are going to